Good morning. Happy Sunday. We are officially 1 week post show, which is crazy to think about. I have not picked up the camera all week. I have just had this whirlwind of a week. But this is so much fun because my girl, I'm in peak week again. So after our first show, I got some feedback. I kind of knew going into this show that we were going to be slightly underconditioned just from the last minute changes that we made with switching divisions. So originally we were going to compete in Fit Model, then we decided literally like 7 or 8 days out from the show that we were switching back to bikini because my body just kept progressing in the best way possible. But basically, decided to switch back to bikini. And so going into that show, I was a little bit underconditioned because originally, like I was saying, we were aiming for Fit Model. So I knew that was going to be like a thing. So basically, the only feedback that I got was just better conditioning and more fullness. But on show day, um, the fullness was an issue because I went on stage flat. So the way that they had the staging set up was they had like the back holding area, and that's where we were able to pump up and hold all of our stuff and kind of hang out all day. But when it was time to actually go like get ready to step on stage, they would take you to like the side stage, and there were no bands allowed on the side stage. So no bands, no equipment, nothing. And you're literally standing on the side of the stage in this auditorium, like just in line, like little herding cows, just waiting for your turn to step on stage. And so I knew that was going to cause an issue. So I tried my best, obviously, to pump up beforehand, but I didn't know how long I would actually be sitting on the side stage before stepping onto stage. So pumped up backstage, and then they took us to the side stage, and then I stood there for like, I kid you not, like 20 or 30 minutes. Um, so there was no pump on stage. We were flat. So when you hear the feedback that the only things you need to change are conditioning and fullness, I'm like, perfect. I can absolutely crush that. We are good to go. Very good to go. So we did that. Basically went right back into a depletion. I got a burger and fries after the show and then basically came home depletion. We ran a 5-day depletion and then we did like a 1-day fill up just to see what my body would look like. And then I'm basically back on depletion days up until we actually fill back up for the next show. So we're in a really good position, making some really good progress. My body's responding really well, holding up really well. I think the only thing that really has like got to me a little bit recently was the fact that my bowel movements are very irregular. But at the same time, we're taking a little bit of a different approach. So my food sources have changed slightly, which means less residue is being produced in my body, for lack of better words. So less residue, less bowel movements. So that has been like a little bit not terribly stressful. I've been trying not to overthink it and like get in my own head about it, but it's been on my radar. I'm definitely like very religiously tracking my bowel movements, and that's something that I normally do anyways. But other than that, we're just rocking and rolling and everything is feeling great. I feel great. Energy levels have definitely been taking a hit this week, but at the same time, like, what do you expect? I was on depletion days, like trace carbs only, for basically a week. So, other than that, we're just kind of chilling and, doing the things. And I just feel really good. I'm really excited to go into this next show because this is going to be my first time stepping on a national stage. My coach is going to be there, my husband's going to be there, and it's just going to be so much fun. I'm my coach's only athlete that's competing that weekend. We have other teammates with other coaches who are competing that weekend, but I'll be my coach's only athlete. So that'll be nice. And then 3 weeks after that, depending on what my feedback is from this coming show, will determine if I step back on a national stage because my husband has his national appearance in 3 weeks. So I will either be doing that show with him or I won't be, but either way, we'll still be there. So based on feedback, we'll determine what is going to happen. But I was having a conversation with my husband, and we were both on the same page of like, this prep has just been so much fun together, and it's brought us so much closer, and it's made our relationship so much stronger. And I just feel like we're always really good at communication, and we're always like really open with each other. But I think this prep has forced us to be even more open and even more communicative, just because prep brings a lot of emotions and it brings a lot of responsibility and self responsibility, and it just brings a lot out of you as a person, and it's going to, people say prep can make or break a relationship, and I think I've been so grateful to have such a supportive and level-headed partner, because we're able to just kind of be each other's rock when we need to be, and we can step up for each other when we need to. And as long as we just have this open line of communication constantly, then we're in a really good position. And our relationship has thrived through this prep. And honestly, if we can continue to line up our preps like in the future, I think that would be the most ideal, because it's a lot of fun just to be able to get up and go do fast cardio together and then come back and make breakfast and just kind of go about our day. And we work at the same corporation, but we don't work in the same department. I never see him at work. We go to the same gym, but we don't work out together. And bodybuilding takes up so much of our time and so much of our lives that being able to actually like do the bodybuilding thing together rather than like in parallel has been really fun. So hoping we can continue to line up our preps in the future. But overall, it's just been a really great week in general. It's been a really great prep in general, and I'm just really happy with everything that we've experienced. But that's kind of where I'm at as far as how I'm feeling for this upcoming week. Happy peak week number 2. I'll see you soon. Hello, Harley. We have our official peak week breakfasts. Hello. We made it to our flight with how many minutes to spare? I think we walked 0 minutes to spare. We walked up, and as soon as we walked up, they were like, okay, you can start boarding now. We got to the airport really late, but it was perfect timing. There was nobody here.
Our bags might not.
We're not going to talk about that right now. Our bags are going to make it. They're going to be fine. But we have everything that we need because we have each other, and that's what matters. We have each other and we have our food.
We have our food. That's what matters.
That's the biggest thing.
Just the food.
Yeah. Hey. Okay. But yeah, literally boarding started at 9:10. It's 9:17 right now. But also because Luis is Mr. Important, he was able to upgrade our seats to extra leg room, and we're literally sitting in the second row. So it's gonna be a good flight. So
much space.
We have a layover in Baltimore, so I'm gonna get some sleep, and then we're gonna be in Charleston in basically a blink of an eye at this point.
Yeah.
So I'll see you soon. Good morning. We made it to Baltimore. We're at our layover. It is currently 6:45 local time, and we are going to be here for another hour or so before we board our next flight to where we're going, Charleston. I have no brain cells at this point. But the flight was relatively smooth. I slept most of the way. Luis is up and going to get some forks for us right now so we can eat our first meal. The carb up starts today. Today's currently Wednesday. Now it's Wednesday. But the carb up starts today, so that's going to be fun. I'm filling today and tomorrow, and then I compete on Friday. And we should be in a pretty good position. We did like a test peak, maybe not even a full test peak, but we did test carb up earlier this week, and my body responded really well. So coach was saying that he thinks we'll be good with just a 2-day fill. So that's what we are focusing on, or that's what our goal is. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for food. In my little matcha bag, I got a little matcha wolf pack sling bag. I packed all of my goodies. So this is my meal 1, and it's packed and labeled. When I was at the office yesterday, Luis packed all my meals, and he labeled them, and he wrote down every single thing that's in them. So very, very sweet of him to do that for me. But this is going to be meal 1. We have 2 eggs, 75 grams of egg whites, 150 grams of rice, 25 grams of spinach, 50 grams of avocado, and 100 grams of banana. So this is a pretty dense meal because your girl has had literally just trace carbs for the past 4 days at this point. 4 days, 5 days, something like that. So this is going to be nice little treat, and I'm very excited for it. So I'm going to eat this, and then we're probably going to walk around a little bit more, just get some steps and get some movement in before we get on our next flight. We came to get coffee. There it is. That is really pretty espresso. I'm very excited. Louis said it was really good. That's really good espresso. Yeah. So what are your thoughts?
Really good espresso. I think I might have found my new favorite bean. If I can get my hands on this.
That's fair.
Definitely get a batch and take it home.
Yeah. We should probably ask them which one it is.
Yeah. Because I would definitely get a 2-pound bag.
I know those bags are like good size, so.
Yeah. So that'll last a cool minute.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is like our new thing. Well, maybe it's not new, but coming out to like different places, finding coffee shops. But like I think what our new pairing is getting espresso on the side and then getting like an actual drink of some sort. Today we did nitro, but they have 2 nitros. They had a light roast and a dark roast. I got the light roast, Chris got the dark, but they're both very good.
It's cute. My beer fix.
Your beer fix. Yeah, that's fair.
A Guinness. Okay, so Ticia's in the bathroom right now, and she doesn't know it yet, but I got her a little surprise. She's probably see this video later and probably scoop it in, but we'll probably see what the surprise is. It's gonna be real nice. I think she has no idea yet, but we're about to go pick it up in a second. We got an extra thing of espresso to go. Not espresso, sorry. Pour to go. And we'll see you soon.
Here, 3. We're learning how to use the Osmo.
Yeah, sorry, I have no clue. I'm going to use it right now, so. Fun stuff. Okay, so we're here at the florist. I ordered Ticia a bouquet. Pretty sure she knows she's in the car, so gonna pick this thing up and then we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure she's gonna like it, so keep you guys posted. This is what I picked up. Sunflowers for her and a little vase. Hope she likes it. We'll see how it goes. Time to see her reaction. It's more for like just because, but I'm so proud of her and just wanted to have something special for her show days.
What is this?
For you. For you. You're welcome.
It's so pretty. Why?
Just cuz. Saved up for it. Just for something, a little decoration.
It's so pretty. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Okay, we'll see you back at the hotel.
My girl. I'm so... I don't know. I feel so like incredibly overwhelmed right now, but I don't necessarily think it's like in a bad way or a bad thing. But I think it's important to kind of talk through these feelings and not just like sit with them, because I'm definitely somebody who just like sits with things sometimes. And I think I just need to learn how to be a little bit more transparent and a little bit more open when I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling.
It's kind of funny. Yesterday, my coach called to check in, see how things are going, see how I'm feeling and stuff. And my first automatic response was like, "Oh, I'm good." And Luis was sitting in the background of my phone call and he started laughing. And I was like, okay, right. Because I had just finished telling Luis that I was overwhelmed. And it was for no reason other than just like little things. Like, we got back to the hotel and there was cops outside because there was a car accident. And like, it was just chaotic getting back inside our hotel. And just little, like the littlest, tiniest things that just felt a little bit overwhelming for silly reasons. And I don't even know like how that came up or like why that made me feel that way, but I think that a really big portion of all of this is I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to just be, I don't even know. I don't know to be, I don't know what. But walking into my first show this season, I just felt so calm and so secure and so, I don't even know if I want to say ready, but I walked into that first weekend just feeling so at peace. And I think that I've put a lot of pressure on myself to feel that exact same way walking into this next show. But at the same time, I am now competing at a completely different level. I'm stepping on a national stage. And that's not something that I anticipated doing in the division that I'm doing that at this year, I guess. And so a lot of that just feels overwhelming because I haven't been able to really process and sit with the fact that I'm switching back to bikini and stepping on a national stage in bikini. And I think I've put a lot of expectation and pressure on myself to show up a certain way and to make the people who are supporting me proud and to just feel like, I don't know. I think I've just put a lot of pressure on myself this weekend in general, honestly. And I feel like I've been really on edge. And I was even telling Luis yesterday, like I sat down and I was like, hey, I'm sorry. Like I sat down and I apologized to him for being like a little bit edgy this weekend. And I can't necessarily put my finger on why that is or why I feel that way. But I think the biggest thing I can do is continue to verbalize it and talk through it because bottling it up isn't going to do anything for me. And the biggest thing going into this weekend is I need to make sure that I'm calm and confident and just in a very peaceful state of mind. So sitting with feelings and not really talking through them is not going to be productive for me whatsoever. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at mentally right now. Things are feeling like a lot, but it's okay. We're gonna be okay. On a side note, I know it's super random now that I've gone through this, like really, this tangent or whatever, but super side note, I cannot believe that this man got me flowers. I've never been a big flower girly. Like flowers have never really like been a big deal for me. I'm like, cool, yeah, flowers are nice, but like I've never been one to like want flowers, if that makes sense. And I've never really been one to like make a big deal about flowers. But it just felt super special to get flowers. And another tangent side note, I'm making my second meal right now. We're getting more food today, my friend. But what I need to do is I need to make sure that I make some potatoes because all I did, well, Luis packed my meals for me for yesterday, but we didn't know what I was going to eat today, so we didn't pack anything for today. So currently got to make some potatoes. The rice is done, and then after that, I'm just going to put my meal together, eat it up, get some stubbies, and we're just going to get on with the rest of our day. Coach gave me more food, so he updated my plan. Yesterday we did 280 carb. Today, for now, we're sitting at 330 carb, but we'll kind of continue to monitor as the day goes on, and then we will see. We have meal 3. There's a lot of things in here. Well, maybe it's not that many things, realistically. I have rice, potatoes, banana, chicken, and olive oil, and pink salt. I just had check-ins right now with my coach. We're doing check-ins midday, and then he just texted me saying that after every single meal, we're gonna start doing check-ins. But I sent them over right now, and he was like, yeah, you might be actually getting a whole extra meal today. So that'll be fun. But this is my check-in. We're doing so good. I'm exactly 2 pounds up from this morning, which is spot on with yesterday, and I have more food today. So yesterday's midday weight was 2 pounds up from morning weight, and then today's midday weight was 2 pounds up from this morning's weight, which is absolutely what we want to see. Consistency is the key here, and things are kind of just rolling. So I sent those over to my coach. I also sent him a posing video, and he was like, yeah, I think we got more room there, buddy. So yeah, I'm gonna have this meal in about 15 minutes, and then I have athlete check-ins a little bit later. My tan is in a couple hours, and my coach is on his way, so we're gonna see him soon.
You excited for tomorrow?
Hi. I don't know.
You don't know?
We are at Publix.
Once again.
We both get more food. I get another meal tonight, and Luis is getting a bunch of food tomorrow. 400 doesn't sound like a lot, but my guess is we're getting a free meal tomorrow. That's my guess.
On the over-under, we're getting a free meal.
Yeah, I think it's happening. Gold right here. Do you want the bag or do you want singles? Or like the little babies?
Yeah, do the babies. 610 grams. I need $500.
Perfect. Let's show them the goods. Show them the goods.
Baby gold potatoes.
Perfect. And then bananas. I don't know if I need any tomorrow. That's the thing. Because we have a banana and a half at home.
We have a banana.
Yeah.
200 grams of banana for today and tomorrow. Or tomorrow and the day after.
Okay.
So we could probably get away with less.
Okay.
I would say like it's all.
There's like a 3 right here. Or there's 2 right here. Literally me waiting for my last meal. I can't be the only one who does this. Hello, welcome back. We made it back to the hotel. As you can see, I'm literally waiting for my last meal. Gonna eat that. And then I do have one more set of check-ins that I need to send my coach later on tonight. But other than that, my girl, we're about to call it a night. I got a 5th meal updated on my meal plan. Originally, we were going to have some protein in there, but I sent my post meal 4 check-ins to my coach, and he was like, actually, we're gonna take the protein out and increase the fats a little bit. So that should be fun. But weight is finally sticking, we're holding, and then I'm gonna have this last meal, like I said, and then we will see how we wake up tomorrow. Very, very exciting things. But yeah, I'm literally gonna eat this last meal and then hang out for a little bit, probably do my hair tonight so I can just like touch it up in the morning and have one less thing to do. And then we're gonna call it a night, and then it's gonna be show day, and it's gonna be my first national show ever. And I have so many emotions, and I feel so great about just even being here, and the vibes are high, and I'm just so incredibly blessed to be in this situation with the people that I have behind me, cheering me on, doing all of the things for me. I just feel so blessed and so great. Like, I can't even put it into words, but like I said, I'm gonna eat this last meal and then I'm just gonna call it a night. And next time I see you, it'll be show day. Good morning. It's show day.
Hell yeah, it is.
It's currently 5 a.m. right now. Chase told me to wake up extra early because meal 1 is at 5 a.m. So he told me to get up extra early, get my check-in photos in, and then he was like, if you need to, eat your meal and then go back to bed. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're just kind of up for today. We're gonna go downstairs, get some coffee, and hang out for a little bit. And I'm supposed to go to my athlete meeting at 8 a.m. and then the show starts at 9. And then it's show day. I also have to get my other coat of tan, so I gotta figure out when I'm gonna do that. But other than that, I think we're just up today. I don't think we're going back to bed.
show day. I'm ready.
I changed my mind.
The man, the myth, the legend.
It's me. I'm the man that is the legend. Huh?
So behind the scenes of what it takes to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, so start from the top and let's do that one more time. So pop out.
Bang.
That right there is what we're trying to get rid of. So once we're backstage and then we start to have all of the food start to shuttle, those striations that we're having in the glutes, those should go away. But it's a good sign. Now we're good. Really got those glutes to move a little bit. Really good. Let me get some photos of you too.
Okay.
We're just being extra because we got all the time in the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I also got your stick lights too, so.
You're right. Sure do. Yeah, they kind of did what I wanted to. Perfect. Now you can eat again.
Cool.
Hello. It is officially 8 p.m., I think, right now. Show day is officially over. We placed last in our class, but overall, today was exactly what I needed. I think we got the feedback that we wanted. I stayed for feedback after the show. Judges want me in bikini. Literally, the only feedback was, you are just small. And that is what I knew coming into this show. I knew that I was going to be underdeveloped. But they said, structure is there. The vision is there. Just keep freaking growing. And that is the absolute best feedback you can ever hear. So I'm very happy with the way that this prep has played out. I had a conversation with my coach earlier today. We are shutting the season down. We are ending on a high note. And I know placing last doesn't sound like a high note, but the fact that we have been able to get my body to where it is right now with as little resistance as we have experienced, and just such a successful prep overall. Just my mentality going into this prep, coming out of this prep, has just been exactly where it needs to be. We're in a position right now to shut the season down and just grow and just focus on that and just switch gears right away. So that is exactly what we're doing. And I think this is also the very perfect time as well, because Luis has his show coming up next weekend and then 2 weekends after that. So this means that I can start focusing on my reverse and taking care of him and making sure that he is taken care of leading into his shows. And I just want to be the person that he was for me, for him, because he has just been such a rock star and he's been handling all of the things while being 2 weeks out from his own show. But I would just want to be able to give back to him and just be that person for him, because my guy is looking phenomenal and I'm so excited for his season. So the fact that I can take a step back and like let him do his thing and things just be about him for once, so exciting, so exciting. I have a lot of feelings, I have a lot of thoughts. I'll probably do another post-show recap with more solidified feelings and emotions and getting a little bit deeper into where my mind is at and how I'm feeling. But overall, I'm walking away from this situation and this experience feeling so incredibly fulfilled. We did the job, we got it done, we got the data, and that is all that I can ask for from this season.